And this was their arrival when they arrived earlier on this morning. Locked in, focused, and really want to show the world what South Africa is made of and also why we are the African champs. You'll understand that their older sisters are plying their trade out in Denmark, and that's where they are currently off for the European competitions and the friendlies that they're playing that side. But this will be their opponent. This will be the team that will want to break the hearts of South Africa, and that is Eswatini. They started off the blocks really, really well, but can they continue yet again against the formidable South African side? Well, Eswatini, a nation that is known as one of the best watered nation when it comes to the southern African region. And here they are, locked and loaded, highly motivated. You remember Nkampalala getting that hat-trick within the first encounter. A bit of song and dance. Will they be singing at the end of 90 minutes? Only time will tell. The last time these two sides met within this competition, it was South Africa that secured that 3-0 victory. However, you know how football is. History needs to stay behind us, and they now start on a clean slate. And maybe today it will be the other way around. Let's see as to how the coaches have lined up their teams ahead of this encounter. Coach Mod, it's match 2. You got to watch the game that just ended. Let me know as to what your thoughts are and also the pressure of scoring a lot of goals.
Well, I've just watched the game now, and then it made me realize that we need to score a lot of goals because at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to the goals if we are equal with points. So, it's something that we really, really emphasize on the players to make sure that when they get chances, they must convert those chances,
You got up against Eswatini, you got to watch them as well. Their weaknesses that you've identified?
They have two, what I can say with the Eswatini, they have individual players that are good, especially the captain and the other two, the left winger and the striker there. So it's something that we will managed to look at and then also have a game plan. I would say, how are we going to make sure we create a lot of chances in terms of us scoring against Eswatini. So we know they like to press high. So we're just going to apply ourselves very well, open the field wide in a sense that we get the right spaces to make those forward passes.
The changes that you have in your team, Musa then gets included today. Let me know about how you've actually changed a lot.
Yeah, I've changed a lot because remember, if we don't change, some players when you put them to play, they start to, get a Lokunjan stage fright. So today we said no, they know the mandate, they've seen the games and they understand their responsibility on the field. So to give them a chance to play, it's more of them that you are also capable of doing what the first team did in Namibia. But now we need to up the game in terms of scoring. So if you can look at, I've left it there, the subs, Asanda and Nobahle, and then Uselani. And then what I did, I just changed a bit at the back there just to rest some players because of now we're looking at the bigger picture. So that's the changes I so that we give other players a feel, but also they must put their hands up for the next game. We would say, are you capable of playing the next game? Because our main focus is to win the group stage as well, aim for Amasemis,
Coach, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Coach, another game, South Africa becomes your opponent, a different opponent. How did you plan for this one?
Okay, it's a different opponent, as we have already said, and they come with obvious traits. We watch them on TV, we know them. We clear as to what to expect from them, and fortunately we watch them play. They are bringing speed, a little bit of advanced skill and fluidity in their play, and also defensively it's very, very organized. So our plan, in short, was addressing those attributes of the South Africans.
Let's talk about the team that you've assembled today. Obviously, you're in a group where it seems that a lot of goals are coming in and it possibly will go down to goal difference. You've changed your striking department.
Okay, it's a different opponent, like we've already started saying with that one. So it goes according to the plan. doesn't necessarily mean that the one that is now starting the game in attack is maybe better than, there's nothing like that, but it's just according to the game plan, because these two players are possessing different attributes which are going to address what we've already said before.
And psychologically, is this game against South Africa coming at the right time for you?
Yes, at the right time, because we are coming from a convincing victory, of which it wasn't just a fluke. It doesn't mean Seychelles was just weak or so. They were there, so it was the commitment. So going to this one with 3 points in the back, it means something. It will not be just a walk on the path, even if we may say that South Africa will win. They will have to sweat or maybe push us to the limit.
Coach, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Well, there you have it. That's the two coaches of the respective sides. South Africa versus Eswatini meeting in the HollywoodBets COSAFA Women's Championship. The fans are here from the community of KwaZakele. Let's take you now to commentary where Gloria Brown and Dane Clayt are waiting to tell you everything about this encounter.
Thank you, Ms. Banda, for a fantastic build-up as we gear up for the match between South Africa and Eswatini. It is a Group A encounter, and this is the second match of the day. South Africa, who find themselves the favorites of the tournament, ranked number 2 by CAF. They are up against Eswatini, who are ranked number 42 by CAF. Both teams coming in with a lot of confidence and hoping that they would get over the line. The two coaches sharing insights into the plans, into the approach, and more importantly, how they believe the objective will be achieved. Players being led out onto the pitch by the respective officials, and good to see that the COSAFA flag being hoisted there by the young ball girls who will be doing duty and have given their all in terms of volunteering to make this tournament a success. South Africa, the team that is fancied to get over the line, was won and a rather narrow score by 1-0. And that was a very closely contested match against Namibia. On the other hand, it was Eswatini who made a light work of. Let's go down to the national anthem.
And now, the national anthem of South Africa.
anthems out of the way. It is that time, a time to reflect as we have a look at the starting lineup for South Africa. Jessica Williams remains in goal. It is Mhlanga as well in the centre-back role. Makomo, those are the familiar faces from the previous lineup. Schmidt, Musa and Mokhale. It is Dlamini, Selana and Mkelwa that is up front. And you're looking at a bench, Tanya Hollis, Sibongile Ntwane, and a formation 4-3-3, all-out attack. Mokhale, Musa and Smith, very important in that midfield role. Khadebe and Makomo on the left and the right-hand side of defense will be making sure they try and close out every attack coming from Eswatini as the team lines up for their team picture. These are the officials that hail from Namibia at Twanya Kuka, Mary Zulu, Clarice Simango of Zimbabwe, and Tebogeleng Sitoko of Lesotho. Ms. Brenda Kunda is the match commissioner from Zambia, and the general coordinator is Helvi Nukongo Elikem from Namibia. The two captains of the side, Talia Smith is the captain for Banyana, and on the other hand, it is Nkambule that has been given the responsibility to lead the charges. Eswatini brings in Dinile Dlamini in goal, also Sasanda Zinisa, not forgetting Batelisile Ngozo, and it is Nombuyo Zuva on the bench. Guguletu Bongekile Nogutula and Ele. It is coach Bongani Charles who makes sure that his charges are the ones that are better prepared for this encounter. He lines up with this formation: 4 at the back, 5 in the middle if you like. Shabangu and Fagudze, the two holding midfielders, are France and Zinisa, who will be expecting the supply. So this is coach Makola Charles, who is responsible for the results that Eswatini dishes out. And on the other hand, Maud Kumalo, former Banyana player, who has been given the reins to look after this young Banyana side as they are in the rebuilding phase. Alongside me for today's encounter is Dane Clate. Just your take on the match.
I think it's a very, very crucial match today. I have the feeling that the winner of this match could potentially end up in the semi-final, seeing that only one team goes through. I think it's important for South Africa to get this result, having home ground advantage, just to get themselves out of that muddle of having to score many goals in the last game. If they get the result in this game, I do feel that they're going to be in a strong position to beat Seychelles in the last game. And of course, Eswatini coming off the back of that 6-0 drubbing of Seychelles. You know, with Banyana still to play them, so this match has become a really, really crucial match for both teams, and one has the feeling that it's almost like the winner takes all in this match. As we also see Talia Smith winning the ball back for Banyana.
Well, thanks to Dane Clate for holding the fort a moment or two as the two teams who got underway for this encounter. South Africa definitely oozing with confidence and doing the business in the first match, winning that one narrowly by a 1-0. The goal scorer, Tegofatso Mutlugelwa, finds herself on the bench and not in the lineup. Wholesale changes made by coach Maud Kumalo, and only spotting 4 players that remain in the side. We're talking about that is a goalkeeper Williams. You're also looking at Mhlanga as well as Schmidt and Makoma. Those are the 4 surviving players from the starting lineup of the first match. We look at the opposition as well. They've only made 3 changes in Nkambule, Zinisa and Marks. They come in for jersey number 10, which is Mazia, and Nontlesi Melane as the other 2 players that are relegated to the bench. The goal scorers, that is Bongeka Nkambule, who scored a brace in the first match, as well as Nokutula Ndlovu. They find themselves relegated to the bench. But the hat-trick heroine is in the house. That is Tenanile Ntrampala. She having scored the first hat-trick of the tournament. Group A definitely open and therefore the taking, as these two teams who appear to be the tough opponents in the group will battle it out for who finishes number one. South Africa will definitely want to get control. Aisha Musa, they call her the navigator. She will be in the middle of the park and trying to dictate the pace and the tone. Goalkeeper of Young Buffaloes, Dlamini, comfortably collects. When we're looking at the field of Young Buffaloes, all but two players do not belong to Young Buffaloes for Eswatini. Ball over the top but intercepted by Banyana, and possession turned over. Quick block, quick recovery. South Africa will hustle and bustle, try and find the ball, win the ball back. As one looks at Mohale, takes the ball out to the left-hand side. Some exciting stuff that has been dished out by South Africa. Hadebe will be overlapping the Mamelodi Sundowns player, whipping in those crosses. Ball is in the air. Keeper comes out, makes a hash of it, and eventually indecisiveness by Banyana or the defending that was wanting in that particular moment.
Yeah, I think the wind again playing its role. You know, the ball holding up and the keeper not anticipating where the ball is going to end up. You know, so puts the Eswatini defense in a bit of sixes and sevens.
Jalwa getting a bit of a touch, using some of her strength, but beaten to that ball in that particular moment. The last touch coming off Jalwa. It's a long ball from Eswatini to no man's land. Will definitely be playing with the mid-block and trying to force South Africa to not dictate the terms and the pace.
Yeah, listen to the Eswatini's coach's interview before the match. Of course, they're going to try and stamp their authority in midfield. South Africa is very, very strong in the middle in the previous match against Namibia. So, of course, they've seen the strengths that South Africa at midfield possesses. You know, very, very good, three very good midfielders in there. And it's all about who's going to dominate the midfield today.
Well, definitely it is about the midfield battle and also who is to take the chances that have been created all the way comfortably to the back. When you look at the South African side, Makomo, whose touch is a little heavy, she has to deal with Nkambule, forcing and trying to win that ball back for Banyana, but it is Musa who wins it back. Makomo playing the 1-2. Keeping an eye on the ball. Here's Mdlalwa showing some skill, the crowd loving it, and Mdlalwa, that ball slightly overcooked and over the top. A throw-in for Eswatini.
Yeah, good authority being stamped by South Africa in the first couple of minutes. Just trying to get their foot on the ball and trying to get a hold of this match, which is very, very important how you start. And yeah, looking obviously to create as many chances, early chances as possible. And I think that's going to be the order of the day for them. You know, it's good to see they're pressing and they're trying to pin Eswatini back into their own half.
Ball in here, two players not talking to each other. Looks like Gaza was worse away in this moment. For fact, it's jersey number 19. That is Shabangu. She's operating in the midfield and coming all the way back to assist defensively. And Zuva, another player of Young Buffaloes. When you're looking at the team that played in the Women's Champions League, Young Buffaloes, that is majority of the makeup of Eswatini. Have about, when we're looking at the makeup of Eswatini, got 9 players from Young Buffaloes, 5 from Green Mambas, 4 from Manzini Wanderers, and then it's just 1 from Nzigizini Hotspurs.
Yeah, you'll always find a lot of players from the team that's doing very, very well in the league. Back in Eswatini, so of course, you know, justifiable that that's a team that's doing well at the moment. Similarly to South Africa, you know, it's a bit of a contrast that South Africa's got a very, very diverse squad from all around the HollywoodBets League.
Talking about the South African side, Talia Smith given the responsibility to take this corner. It's played short, finding Makoma, good delivery into the box, ball in the air, and not getting hold of that. That ball just going out for a goal kick. Crowd have trickled in to witness this particular match. They definitely are supported wholly out here as Dlamini leaped highest but couldn't make a connection. Yes.
Bad mistake over there from the South African defender again, and allowing Eswatini in their half very, very rare in this first couple of minutes.
Eswatini with the attack, ball intercepted in that defense. Mhlanga, Pila. City lads, they are very, very happy to have Sikelelwa Mhlanga, who plays for City lads out the side in the Eastern Cape. Ngozo. Eswatini. The strike was on, the shot was on, keeper came out. Jessica Williams, who seems to be one of those players who you can put in any part of the field, plays or her familiar position, and one she does like is that of a goalkeeper. If you wanted to play in the midfield, she can come in, but very good defending by her in that particular moment to make sure that that shot was blocked. The minute Nzinisa tried to get a whiff of that. It's 8 minutes, it's 0-0, it's some frantic stuff.
Yeah, for any coach, it's fantastic to have a player who can play in different positions. I think that's a mark of the modern game. You know, the more positions one particular player can play, the better it is for a coach. You know, I think coaches always look at different positions with different players, and it argues well for the coach if you can have a player that can play different positions.
Dlamini. Gugu definitely a live wire on the left-hand side, giving South Africa the width. Kelwa on the right-hand side. The one thing that is important is for those wingers to open up play. Khadebe, Mamelodi Sundowns player. Ball being whipped in. Eswatini will launch an attack. Khadebe just losing out. It quickly finds a teammate. That ball just being whipped over the top with an intention of getting it behind the defense.
Both teams just trying to settle in and trying to find the rhythm. More so South Africa with a little bit more of the ball in the early stages. So it's just about putting the foot down on the ball and creating some sort of rhythm and the passing patterns. And then from there, take it from there. You know, and just be solid in position and try and use their speed when they do go forward.
There's an opportunity for Salana with the ball. He played right. Should have taken the time, a little bit more patience. Decision making will definitely be a concern in that particular moment. Samkelisiwe promises Salana, who is one of those players that is playing for Lindelani Ladies on the right-hand side. She's been given a lot of room.
Yeah, but good. I mean, obviously they're creating a 1v1 situation. I would like for her to go at the defender a little bit more, because that's the situations that she wants to find herself in.
Corner. 10 minutes. Referee wanting players to take that ball. Once a whistle is blown, here is Mukhale, packs quite a shot, and Mukhale just losing out and trying to thread that ball. Here is Eswatini with a long ball out to the right-hand side, and giving chase is Zampala, the hat-trick heroine in the first match, quickly taken all the way to Jessica Williams.
Yeah, so going to have to be careful. I think Eswatini sitting back and then trying to break on the counter attack very quickly. They're isolating the striker with the defender in a 1v1 situation. So South Africa's got to take very good care of the ball and not try and give the ball away cheaply.
Where one is looking for the fluidity, Coach Moore is talking about the organization, which starts in that defense. One bounce and comfortably into the hands of Williams, who plays the football for Badgers. That is a team in Sasso. Good to see that with Banyana, there's a mix of some of the players playing their football in the HollywoodBets, some of them playing their football in the Sasso. We've got quite a number of playing university football, hailing from Tux and UJ, that comprises of the squad, and also the University of Fort Hare is being represented by 2 players in Keisha Hendricks as well as Nogupumula Mpatsiana. Throw in. Nkelwa gets into stride. It's a good ball, whipped him into a good area. Had all the time in the world to trap that ball, make a decision and whip it in. But you got to compliment the cross. The fight started here with Ngelwa trying to turn the defender around, picking a head up, delivering the quality that is needed in such wide positions. That ball bouncing in the right area. Enough time to use a chest trap and maybe bring it down for an oncoming player to benefit if she was a little bit indecisive. Mokhale. Musa, the navigator. Talia, the general. Mokomo, the wall of Jericho. South Africa pretty tight.
I think Eswatini will have their work cut out on their fullbacks today. I think with all the speed that South Africa possesses, it's going to be a tough task for them. So it will be interesting to see how they will cope with South Africa wingers and the speed that they possess.
You want to see the fight, you want to see the tenacity. Yes, they have the flair, they are technically gifted, but Eswatini have got ideas of their own. They want to make sure that they soak up the pressure very early in this match, launch a couple of attacks of their own. As a free kick is given, it's definitely a battle on this right-hand side. Kambule and Makamo. Clipping her ankles there. Kambule had no intention of playing the ball. I've seen some of those yellow cards being dished out for situations like that. Kamo is another one of those players who hails from the Eastern Cape. Sanga. Whips the ball in, keeper comes out, and it misses everybody. What a close call that was. An opportunity for Banyana to draw first, but it was a quality ball that was flighted in, and reaction. You need anticipation in that box.
Yeah, I was going to say lack of anticipation from Kutsopila over there. Not expecting the ball to come to her. When you're inside the six-yard box, you got to anticipate that ball coming to you. It could have been an easy finish, but I think better luck next time.
Well, they'll keep trying and keep fighting as defensively, Eswatini are not to be bridged. All the way to Jessica Williams, finds herself in a very advanced position. This is when you need a keeper with a bit of momentum and mobility. Makamo finding Mokhale. Lovely pass on the ground by Mokhale. Looking for a quick return. Ngelwa was beaten to the ball. Comfortable is Pila in that defense, combining well with Mhlanga. Mokhale with such composure in that midfield and such skill. The way she gets out of jail in terms of working and protecting that back four, and a disappointment. But calmness is all that is required. Mdelwa a little hasty.
I think Mdelwa again over there, you got a 1v1 situation, go at the defender and get closer to the byline and closer to the box, before you cross. The early crosses is really difficult with the wind, especially going with the wind and against the wind. So I think she just needs to put the foot on the ball and try and have a 1v1 and have a go at the defenders.
Mohale just playing below that pivot in the middle of the park. She's the player allowing Musa as well as Smith to go forward, but one will get to see the understanding between the two players, Musa and Mohale. Here's Talia, who will also thread the needle, taking the ball out to Asanda Khadebe on the left-hand side, and a chance from wide with the expectation of Selana to give chase and maybe benefit from indecisiveness. Anyway, Khadebe. Khadebe does well to keep the ball in play. What a tournament she had in 2023. She was definitely one of those players in the Manana setup that put her hand up and got recognition into the senior team. Khadebe, former Sunflower player, made her way and impressed so much. Mamelodi Sundowns snapped her up. Eswatini with the ball in the middle of the park, just needing to get the range correctly. Makomo. Now the ball going out to the left-hand side, looking for Dlamini, but a little too much for Dlamini. South Africa compressing a bit instead of just opening the field up a lot more.
Yeah, again, Dlamini should have been in that situation, that instance there. But a good ball out wide. If she's wider, she would run into the ball and it will be much better. She'll have a clearer view of what she wants to do, but being too narrow too soon is a bit of a problem. So the timing of when you become narrow and when you stay wide is very important. In that instance there, she should have stayed wide.
Musa, Khale, Schmidt, Makamo, Smith, captain of the side, composed.
Been really impressed with Smith. I think in the first game against Namibia, she really put a good account of herself and she led the troops very well, dominating the midfield. It was fantastic to see, and hopefully today she can replicate that performance and lead the team to another victory.
Keeper needs somebody to hold her with the laces. Another long ball from keeper. Very calm in that defense. Pila, Kutso combining well with Mhlanga. The two centre backs are very important. Bear in mind that it's a new pairing in that centre back. Kutso Pila did not start the previous match. Coming in very composed, guilty of giving away possession. Here's Eswatini. They have the advantage, but look at the pace of Makomo coming back from deep to make sure that she stops in her tracks. A very determined Nampala.
Yeah, Makomo was in an advanced position to receive the ball there. It was the wrong pass, obviously, but good recovery from Makomo to come back and avert the danger.
Williams. South Africa are 7 times winners of the COSAFA Cup, runners-up in 2022. 2023 was a year that they want to quickly forget. That is being eliminated in the group stages. Tournament which was won by Malawi. They are the defending champions, playing to a 1-1 draw against Mozambique. Here's Mohale, who fancied a shot from distance. Talia, that's another opportunity. Coach probably has given them instructions to try and shoot from a distance and see if the goalkeeper can handle that.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too far, and you're going against the wind. The wind going into your face. You know how much power you're going to generate from that range. You know we got to build up into the final phase and then take it from there. You know at the moment it's just rush, and I don't think that's necessary. You know the decision making needs to be a little bit better. When to shoot and when not to shoot.
They have the players that can play with greater fluidity and good combinations. We get a little bit closer to the goal mouth before we take a shot. Tamini. Musa. Looking for Sander to make a run, but that was a big ask. Defending by Sikodze. Quickly taken. Stalia. Ball in the box. Looking for the mistakes, looking for the ball that the mistakes Mdlewa was lurking, and safety first being applied. Talia taking no prisoners from Goza.
Yeah, it's very different playing at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, even when it's windy. I think when it's windy at the Wolfson Stadium, you'll feel it, but at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, you won't feel it. So South Africa got to get used to the flight of the ball a little bit better.
Ball flighted into the box. And, had 9 players, 9 white jerseys defending that corner. You want to use the counter-attack. The opportunity presents itself to take that ball and find South Africa wanting. They also do have a bit of pace in Lampala. Ambule on the right-hand side, but playing with a bit of caution. Musa. Makomo. Looking to play it down the line. Instead goes into the middle. Mohale. Trying to play the 1-2. Selana, wrong decision made to Kutsapila. Ball down on the ground. Dlamini coming from an offside position, but also clipping the ankles in that moment of Dlamini. It is the 40.
Yeah, the home goal, Sikalewa Mplanga showing very good composure on the ball. In the first few minutes, I've been very impressed with her, with the way she handles herself and how she controls the ball down and starts the team playing into midfield.
Distribution of Williams. It's very quick. Trying Khadebe. Talia. Khadebe. Dlamini. Dlamini keeps the ball. They need the numbers in the box. Players like Selana need to make a way into the box.
And that's what we want to see more. 1v1 situations and taking it into the box and trying to create something, just a little bit patient and a little bit indecision there at the end.
The crowd will come in their numbers to support their favorite players. Some have the placards with their favorite player's name written on there proudly. So we look at Makomo trying to clear that ball to find Aisha Musa. Ball in the air. And Dlamini just having switched flanks, trying to look for something different, looking for joy on either side, and that definitely will be problematic for the left and right backs.
Looking at Talia over there, you want her to face the opposition goals, not her own goals as much as possible. Of course, coming down for the build-up play. But the midfielders of Eswatini, when she gets the ball, you can see they're already looking to put pressure on her and try and dispossess her and they make it difficult for her, But I'm pretty sure she'll play fast, and we want her to face the midfielder must always try and face the opposition goals more than their own goals.
Ball in the air, Makamo. Mohale giving chase, using her strength, and a free kick.
See Mohala really that is in that midfield there to break down the play, very, very strong, very, very aggressive, and I think she's going to be a very, very good player. I can really see that she's putting her foot on the ball a lot, and of course she's trying to stamp her authority with her strength.
Mohale played football for Bluebirds at some stage before joining JVW. Eswatini have a free kick. Zimisa. Teasing ball, Goalkeeper. I tell you, she had that covered with 26 minutes on the clock. No little scoreline, but quite entertaining. Both teams showing how well coached they are, thinking on their feet. It's not as easy as the previous game was. A scoreline at Namibia breaking a record that stood from 2002. 6-0 was their biggest victory. Here is Dlamini on the right-hand side, looking for joy, looking to take on defender, another defender, a little too much, needs to work that ball back in. Should have connected better, could have connected better, but some exciting play from Dlamini on the right-hand side. You can hear the oohs and the ahs. That is in appreciation of the pace of Dlamini, skidding through the defenders, and it was Talia Smith not getting hold of that. Or that ball just ricocheting off her chest. Let's have a look at that one more time.
Yeah, unlucky over there, but that should be the order of the day. Get the ball into the wide areas and the speedy wingers go 1v1. As you can see, the run over there was fantastic. I think the ball into the box could have been a little bit softer, but I think Talia arriving over there just shows that the numbers in the box, South Africa is looking to get as many numbers in the box when the ball goes wide, and that's a fantastic tactic to have, you know, because the more numbers you have in the box, the better the chances are for you to score a goal.
That ball just ricocheting off the midriff area. That's just knocking the wind out of her sails. Down she is, and receiving medical treatment. Crowd are loving it. Looking at the performance right down as some of the officials in the organizing committee also looking on and enjoying the football that is on display. Captain being mended and will make her way back onto the field. As when you look at Dlamini, that cross was vicious. And in situations like that, you sometimes want to bring them in hard and low, and all you need is just a tap-in. But the tap-in was definitely the order of the day, and slightly just ricocheting off the midriff for Talia. She's back onto the field, so South Africa have got the full complement of players. On the receiving end. Here's a chance for Onyana. Timely interception. She had to get it right. She had to make sure that as she put her foot in, Dlamini wins the ball rather than the man. Nkelwa, ball is in the air. Keeper also gets a touch and highly protected by the referee. Let's not forget that.
Again, if you look from the far side, you bring in crosses, you know, the less you lift the ball, the better it will be. But when you lift the ball, you can see the ball holding up and the wind holding it back. But I must mention that over the next hour or so, the wind will start dying down, and hopefully we can see a lot better when the wind is a bit less, because at the moment the wind is disturbing them and they're trying to find rhythm, and it's just keeping the ball back more than what they would anticipate normally.
Still blowing at about 35 kilometers, a lot better than it was this morning, which was around 45 kilometers per hour. So definitely a bit better. I think a very hopeful ball that is whipped away by Eswatini, finding themselves having to defend a lot, needing to get into some sort of rhythm. But what South Africa is doing is really limiting the amount of possession that they can have. Need the ball. Musa. And, a bit robust in the box, and a foul awarded to Eswatini. Now, these are the kind of games that will help build strength and tenacity. Gone are the days when you'd find players just being easily bundled off the ball. When you look at Aisha Musa, she's not the biggest of players, but did well to stand her ground.
Yeah, I don't think that's a foul. It's very, very soft. I think she's protecting herself. The defender's obviously trying to challenge her. She's trying to protect herself from the defenders. She showed good strength over there. Just unfortunate that there was a foul against her.
Mokhale, Musa, Asande, Khadebe. Too much of the ball exposed. Musa will recycle it again and send it into the box of the opposition, lurking on the edge of the box. Is Selana. South Africa win it back. Smith finds Makomo on the right hand side. Decent ball in terms of threading, but work is cut out. Selana being held back and all the way to the goalkeeper. She collects rather comfortably. It's been wave after wave. Eswatini need to get a hold of the ball and try and come out of their half. Keeper showing some good range and hacking that ball out. Jessica.
Good cover from Tlanga. It's a good example of how to defend the long ball. One player marking the striker, and Tlanga obviously giving cover over there. That's very, very good defending and very good organization.
Good pressing from Dlamini, forcing the error. Ngozo. Ngozo's really having a bit of a torrid time to deal with Dlamini. Ball quickly taken as Makamo. Makamo takes a shot, header away. Eswatini. It is Smith that will bring that ball back. And, little overstretch, Khadebe.
Again, as the ball went backwards, I think the winger should really try and hit the line on the opposite side, because again, the ball goes in behind you and it's a throw-in. But if you hit the line, you are able to attack the ball in a more position to move forward, instead of having to chase the ball backwards. So the width is absolutely important. And I think at the moment, it's just about a little bit too narrow, the wingers. But bearing in mind that the fullbacks also do want to overlap, so I do understand why the wingers are a little bit more tucked inside. But I think the timing and the understanding between the winger like that now, there we go. That's a better move with the fullback in an advanced position and the winger tucked inside.
Oh, when we talk about wingers, we are gracing the occasion of one of the best wingers of width, Dane Clayt, who enjoyed hogging the line and did it all, and made sure that defenders were panting at every opportunity. But the young Banyana, they definitely will get some lessons from the experience of Mr. Clayt. Throw in for Eswatini. Dlamini to take the throw in. Lose the ball rather quickly. There's Musa, Talia, Mokhale. Marks does well. Jersey number 8 of Eswatini at Simile Marks. Simile Titi Marks. Musa puts a foot on the ball, goes all the way back, looking for Mhlanga. Peeler's also in that back four. Musa. Talia shows a little too much of the ball, chases on, keeper comes out, picks it out of the air. 35 minutes on the clock, 0-0. The scoreline at the Isaac Olsen Stadium. South Africa dominating in terms of possession, making a lot of the attacks, and when you're looking at the entries in the box as well, Eswatini are yet to get in the opposition half, but here's a moment for Eswatini. Nicely tied it up yet again. He's playing with a lone striker, as they've got a lot of defending to do. Mokhale.
It's good defending from the home girl over there, cleaning it up, cover defense, showing composure and restarting the build up for South Africa. Just the one thing, when they get closer to the final third, they tend to rush. They're rushing their decisions at the moment. So hoping they get their foot on the ball and be a little bit more patient the closer they get to the opposition box at the moment.
Hamini dropping a little deep. Mokhale in possession. Try and send a long ball forward. showing a little bit of skill of their own. Kampala, losing it to fitting at a crucial moment. Musa finds Talia. Talia releases Khadebe. Khadebe on the edge of the box, and it's a shot!
I think that was a bit indecision from Khadebe there. I'm not sure if she decided she wanted to take a shot, then you must take the shot, or it's a cross. To me, it looks like it was a cross-come shot. So the decision we're making has got to be better in the final third over there. In that situation over there, again, I felt it's a bit rushed. Engage the player, 1v1. You 1v1 with the player, engage the player and wait for your opposition, for your teammates to enter the box.
Eswatini building their momentum. Under pressure, pressing high, forcing Eswatini to just hack that ball away. Really proving to be beneficial. As we see Selana with acres of space, but Goalkeeper picks that up at a second attempt. Players need to be in the right positions and anticipate those kind of situations.
Yeah, I feel in the wide area, getting into good areas, but at the moment the runs into the box is a bit delayed. I think the South African attackers needs to get into the box a little bit more quicker when the player in the wide area has the ball, and gives them more options to put the ball in the box into better areas.
Tila carries the ball from the back and releases. It's looking for Makamo. It's ping pong.
Yeah, at the moment, Eswatini is struggling to get hold of the ball. You know, South Africa dominating the ball, obviously, and it's just about trying to convert the ball position into chances created and obviously chances taken. In stark contrast, Eswatini is trying to just hold on and keep the shape, and at the moment they're just trying to stop South Africa from getting in good scoring chances.
Musa wins it back for South Africa. Talia Smith looking for the right. Ball is deflected, wins it back, looking for Khadebe. She has the option on the left and right hand side, but it's on the edge of the box. Selana, South Africa being held back. Here's Dlamini. If played right, she'll want to take on the players. Looking and holding up play for a bit of support. Dlamini forced backward. She has two players to deal with, and eventually that resulting into nothing. Should have made themselves available for Dlamini. Here's Mukhalif finding Aisha Musa. Musa sending that ball again to Dlamini, but Dlamini has Makamo on her right hand side. Here's Makamo, and eventually that ball goes out for a goal kick. Decision making.
Again, lack of adventure inside the box over there, not deciding if you're going to go to the byline and cross the ball or cut the side. But again, I think disappointing in the fact that the players didn't come and support and try and create 1-2 and create a rotation of the ball from that area. You know, so I could say she was isolated, but at the same time, you know, there's a lack of support from her teammates.
Eswatini, who's saying that they're not out of it. They definitely are in with a fight. They want to go into the break with the 0-0 scoreline. Here's a chance for South Africa to drop us. Brilliant work there by Uzalwa. Nobashe Uzalwa gets the first goal. They were knocking and they were knocking, and eventually getting that ball in the back of the net. South Africa celebrate, and enjoy the fun. But that was about to happen.
Oh, very much deserved. Balance of play over 40 minutes. South Africa has really dominated, and you know, that's just reward for the dominance of the ball.
Well, that is a moment of brilliance for the South African side, getting that first goal. It was long overdue. It was long overdue. The celebrations, the people continue to enjoy some wonderful football. Could this be the opening of the floodgates? It had to take 40 minutes before South Africa draws first blood. The last 5 minutes of the first half will be very, very crucial for Eswatini. They need to remain focused. They've done well to keep South Africa at bay for most parts of the match. Dlamini, Makamo, Kutsopila, Musa, Suri, Makamo, a wall of Jericho, very tenacious. Pila is the general. Played for Mamelodi Sundowns, decided what she wanted was more game time, made the choice to leave the Yellow Nation, and Talia gone to join Tux and is enjoying her football yet again. Now the ball looking for Makamo. Makamo finds Dlamini. Available is Mukhale. Mukhale facing the goalkeeper! She does have a powerful shot, Mukhale. She was asking the questions and asking the goalkeeper, are you there? On the laces, but that ball just continued to rise. The right moment for the goalkeeper, her body just leaning backwards, taking the ball away. I think Makoma was livid, was hoping for a quick 1-2 between the two players. Here's Eswatini. It is Titi. She'll decide she wants to also take control of the match. Ball won back by South Africa. Talia giving possession to Eswatini. Mokhale goes down rather too easily, and the navigator is beaten to the ball. Here's Swatini, a good moment of play. Yes, Apala with the chance. Jessica Williams goes out, puts her foot in, and hacks that ball away. There's confidence in that defense. There is confidence in that defense, but that's the danger of Kambule in that particular moment. Full of running and dissecting the defenders, but quick thinking. Jessica Williams is getting her foot in there instead of maybe using her hands. That defense was in 6s and 7s for once. Now the decent ball, give chase, keeper comes out, she's very quick off her line and collects it rather quickly. This is important for goalkeepers to become those keeper sweepers. Makomo guarding against the bounce. Dlamini has really ran her socks off, looking to force the error. Talia Smith wins it back, but just available to be a disruptor in Eswatini to Ngampala. She's also switching flanks, Ngampala and Kambule. Marks just very pivotal in that pocket. Suri rides a challenge. Aisha Musa. Aisha on the ball.
1 minute.
Khadebe gets an important touch and was looking for a return pass. Well, the referee hasn't had much to do in the office with 1 minute just being added for the ball being out of play, but otherwise a very free-flowing match with some entertaining football as either side really hoping to put their best foot forward. Eswatini definitely chasing the match, but are not out of it. 1-0. Khadebe to take the throw in. All the way back. Sanga, user goalkeeper. She has Makamo to her right. Finds Makamo with acres of space. Goes back into the middle of the park on the halfway line. Here's Mhlanga. Mhlanga's ball is intercepted. Pila, rather, is the player that Suri, that's the general, goes out to the left-hand side. Khadebe will use her stride to hopefully whip the ball in. It's in the air, keeper comes out, and the wind coming to her favor in that particular moment. That is Dlamini just making sure at the same time the flag went up, but there's a player that remained on the ground. Looks like a teammate, Ngozo. We'll get to see there is an offside in that attempt, but that ball, the bounce of the ball, to Ngozo going down and grimacing in pain. Medical team being summoned onto the park. Time is up in terms of the regulation time, 45 minutes, and for referee Antiso Ansino. She could blow her minute, her whistle any minute now. Crowd, they want to see more goals. They've trickled in nicely into the park. They call it the Isaac Wilson Stadium. You know, there was a discussion on our way to the venue about how many fans make their way to the field, and definitely today they've outdone themselves as a referee. Ansino Ntwanyankula is the referee that brings an end to the first 45 minutes to allow the players an opportunity to go into the break and revisit the plan and get a couple of instructions from the respective coaches. I think it's a good day at the office for those officials who have been in charge of this match. So South Africa leading by a goal to no, a goal scored by Nobuhle Mdlelwa. What a beauty that was. And one would look at this half and look at the report card as well, which will show you the dominance of the two sides. South Africa end the 45 minutes with 1-0, a goal scored by Mdlelwa of Ledolani Ladies. Statistically, they are edging the possession that is South Africa by 55%, with 3 corners as well that are yet to pay dividends, and 8 goal attempts, with 4 of those on target. Eswatini definitely chasing this match, but it do allow me to go down to the touchline and meet with Miss Banda as well as Dane Clayt, who will give you their views and analysis of the first 45.
Well, it's certainly one-way traffic right here at the Isaac Wilson Stadium, and to take you through those key moments that took place within the first half, I don't do it alone. I do it with Dane Clayt, someone who is from the Windy City. How does it feel like watching the national team on your turf?
Yeah, and it's not you're not in PE if there's no wind, but it's fantastic crowd came out this afternoon as well to support Banana, which is good to see.
Absolutely fantastic. Let's talk about how this game started. Obviously, straight off the blocks, South Africa put their foot on the accelerator.
Yeah, so I think South Africa showed intent from the first whistle, putting the foot on the ball and trying to build up play. You know, I would have liked to see more situations 1v1 on the sides, because whenever we get to the sides 1v1 with our wingers, we look very, very dangerous. And at the moment, Eswatini is just trying stopping us from trying to score, which they didn't succeed, obviously. But well-deserved lead going into halftime.
How do you think the pressure is for South Africa coming into this match, knowing that their fellow opponents within their group have scored so many goals?
Yeah, I don't think it's a train smash. I think what's more important for them is to focus on the result today. You know, I think if they win this game today, it should argue well for them going into the last game against Seychelles, and obviously not having to wonder about how many goals to score in the last round. So it's important for them to get the 3 points over here. Similarly for Eswatini, it's important for them to get this game to make it a tough game against Namibia, and obviously whoever wins this match, you know, obviously has a better chance of progressing to the semi-finals.
Well, absolutely. Let's go to Mdlelwa's moment within the starting minutes of the game. Take me through this one, because she looked very dangerous in that one.
Yeah, I think obviously the keeper was unsure, and it caused a little bit of havoc inside the Eswatini box. But I think the cross with the ball hanging up and the wind played its part over there.
The wind having a big effect, obviously because we're playing against the wind, but now in the second half we're going to play with the wind. Let me know as to how that's going to influence them.
Yeah, it's a little bit of ball retention becomes a little bit difficult with the wind because the ball keeps running away. Ball retention against the wind is a little bit better because the ball holds up a little bit more. But I think having the wind against their back, we should allow them. The first half they tried shots from range against the wind, which didn't help a lot because the ball holds up. I think in the second half they can try that and having shots from range and testing the keeper from range because the wind is going to help the ball go a little bit faster.
Well, absolutely. Let's go through this moment from Mhlanga.
Yeah, I think the anticipation from Magala over there, I think she should have done better. You always got to anticipate when you're in the 6-yard box. That's the reason why that ball gets played in there. It causes uncertainty. And at the far post there, if she was anticipated slightly better, I think it could have been a tap-in and the score could have been 2-0.
You look at the goalkeeper of Eswatini and there looks to be a little bit of change that I think we're not capitalizing on. Would you believe so?
Yeah, no, of course. I don't think we've tested the Eswatini keeper enough. I think we've built up from our build-up phase into the middle to the middle phase, and obviously getting into the attacking phase. I think we're rushing a little bit, and we're not isolating them more 1v1s. Like I'm saying, every time we've created a 1v1 situation, it looked like something was going to happen.
A moment of brilliance by Gugu Dlamini. This the crowd absolutely loved.
Yeah, there's the 1v1 we're talking about, and here she's having a go. That's her strength, and of course, Talia obviously not anticipating the ball to come in the air over there. Maybe if it was on the ground, it would have been anticipated a little bit better, but that's the type of play that we need in the second half continuously, you know, and we continuously knocking on the door. I love the fact that we have so many numbers in the box, which argues well for us. It's just about making the right decision and finding your teammate and obviously finishing it off.
Mdlelo likes dancing with the ball. Finally, she finds the back of the net. Let's go through the goal that put us one up.
Yeah, I think she took it very, very well. You know, going straight at the goalkeeper, picking a spot and making sure she hits the target. You know, that's a mark of a very, very good player. And of course, well-deserved lead for South Africa. All the dominance, you know, on the left foot, you know, sweet strike. And, you know, what better way than going through the middle, causing havoc with the defenders. You know, that's a strength again, running at defenders. But very, very well taken goal and well-deserved.
Hateba starting today, one would have said she should have been very patient with this next moment that came in, and this was within the 27th minute.
Yeah, of course, a lot of changes. You know, that's tournament football for you, and of course, the coach believes in each and every player, and everybody must get a chance. I mean, the player that was man of the match, Ludwig, is on the bench today, which shows with the depth that the coach has within the team, and it argues very, very well for the team going forward in the tournament. You know, still a long tournament to go, but I think you know the coach got it right today again by making all the changes. Not much difference from the performance against Namibia. Again, application very, very good. Again, I think they're really pressing when they don't have the ball in the midfield. Then South Africa looks very, very solid in the midfield.
That midfield, Aisha Musa starting today, it looks like there isn't much chemistry between her and the other midfielders.
Yeah, of course, if we have 7 changes in the team, you know, the rhythm breaks a little bit. But I'm sure the coach is working on that, you know, different combinations and different outcomes, you know. But the quality is there for everybody to see. The 3 midfielders absolutely fantastic. You got one player that breaks the play down. You got the captain Schmidt that really imposes and puts a foot on the ball, and you got Aisha that showed a lot of quality. That normally plays into the pockets, you know. But it's just a bit difficult for her today because Eswatini is keeping it compact, so she doesn't have the space to maneuver in as much as she would like to.
Eswatini coming back out, obviously they've seen how we're attacking. Now they're going to be playing against the wind. What do you believe will change within their setup?
I don't think much will change. I think they'll find it difficult with the way South Africa has applied themselves. I think when South Africa comes back out there, you'll see when they lose possession, they're hungry to win the ball back. And it's all about Eswatini being brave enough to play against the wind and try and get something. You know, they have been trying to play the counter-attack, and it's going to be more difficult because the ball is going to hold up even a little bit more now.
Yeah. Well, Dane, let's see as to how the second half does pan out. Hopefully, Coach Amod Kumalo as well as Anna Munate have aces up their cards. Who will they be bringing to the park? We wait and see. If you think I'm crying, I'm actually not crying. It's just the windy city. And if I am, it's probably tears of joy. Let's take it back to Gloria Brown. She's up in commentary.
Thank you.
HollywoodBets COSAFA Challenge. Fumana amathuba amathathu bethi crossbar. You stand a chance of walking away with a voucher. Crossbar, Isa. Yasmin. Oh, ay. Yaqibela. Asipheni izandla. Usiyabonga. Bethi Bali, crossbar challenge siyabonga. Crossbar challenge. Oh! Next. Hadi Sane. That movie deal. That movie deal. Yakan. Antibuda. Iya. Yokali attempt Isa. Now crossbar. Speedy. Kaleza Speedy. Oh. Yaqibela. That's all. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, Uliakanya! HollywoodBets, 1,000 rand voucher is announced. Asiya. Asimphethi izandla okugqibela Uliakanya! Aluzileyo noko abahambi bagoduke bengaphethanga nto iza ufumana ubhaka basambe asiyeni na ogqibela for Uliakanya one voucher HollywoodBets. The goals. Let's go.
Welcome back to the second half of this intriguing match in Group A. It is Eswatini and South Africa that are battling it out for 3 points and also battling it out for the top position in the group. If you are just joining me, South Africa are in the lead by 1-0, and a response by Eswatini taking out Zinisa, that is the striker, and bringing in Mutlanga. So Eswatini, who have it all to do here in the second half, definitely making the change that is so much needed. But South Africa get us started in the second half. The goal scored by Nobahle Mdelwa, and a fantastic build-up as Banyana take the lead. 45 minutes left to stamp the authority. A game in which they dominated possession, they dominated the corner count, and also seem now to be playing with the wind. Dane Clayt is alongside me. For those who would remember Matatazela out on the left-hand side of the wings, and he's giving his expert analysis.
Speaking about the wind, I think South Africa obviously going with the wind now. The ball goes away from them a lot more. I think Eswatini couldn't get out of their half, even with the wind. I think it's going to be more difficult for them against the wind as well. But for South Africa, it's important to just take care of the ball a little bit better and know the ball is going to keep running away. So the weight of the pass becomes very important during the second half for them.
Ball still bobbling in the air. Eswatini will have a lot of defending to do. Ball being whipped in. The goalkeeper will just keep an eye on that and allow that ball to trickle over the line. We're looking at 41 kilometers of the wind with humidity of 55%. It's about 20 degrees. At least not that much of a scorcher for the players. Mohale in that midfield. Suri, that is Aisha Musa. Makamo on the right hand side. And, that ball intercepted by the Young Buffaloes defender in Sikodze. Throw in. Pila decides to give up the chase.
Yeah, there we can see when I'm talking about the wind and the ball going away from you at all times. That pass wasn't really that hard, but the wind just took it all the way for a goal kick. So again, it's just important to take care. And if they're really clever, they've got to get closer to the nearer side where they can come against the wind a little bit more, and the ball holds up for South Africa to attack from this side instead of the opposite side on the other side. At the moment, that side is a bit the wind, and getting across into the box from that side is going to be very, very difficult.
Ball just bobbling in the middle of the park. Here's Zamini just putting it in the air. Aisha is hoping that that ball will reach her. Talia Smith goes down in the heat, holding her knees. About.
I must say I'm very, very impressed with the South African team, making 7 changes and maintaining the same level of performance that they did against Namibia. The intensity is good, the application is good.
It talks about the depth that they have and making sure they've got the right players that can come in and do the job, and that just basically gives a coach a headache. That just gives the coach a headache. And, that is an offside call.
I think for any coach that's a good headache to have, depth in the squad, and I think the coach is still learning about this up and coming players more and more. As we can see, as the game progresses, they really giving a good account of themselves, and they can only improve from here on in.
Aisha. Sanda Fadir playing the 1-2 with Italia, but it didn't come off. Kutsovila, Makomo. There's 50 minutes on the clock. All the way back to Williams, Jessica Williams. Khadev. Mhlanga. Waltzing away, giving chases. Mkalwa looking to cross the ball, but not that many players on the receiving end.
Yellow, yellow.
Coach Bongani Charles wanting them to apply more pressure on the South Africans. It's not a bad idea for Eswatini. Throw in. Khadebe brings in Mukhale. Mukhale tries to get that ball over the top, and the bounce, which just trickles away for a goal kick.
Again, when you go with the wind, another example of how the ball just runs away from you all the time. You know, so again, the weight of the pass, you got to take better care of it and try and build up a little bit more.
Goalkeeper calling for players to be on the receiving end, and it will be interesting to see how Eswatini play this ball. Should have been a better build-up, as you can see that ball being pushed backwards, and the range and the fight, and that will definitely be a big ask of the centre-backs or the players that are driving that ball from the defence and looking for a way out. Makomo, ball a bit heavy, first touch. Forced backwards. The one change that was made. Musa. Jamini. Musa. Makomo. Italia. Asana. South Africa just make it look so easy. Coming out of that defense. Chasers on, the fighters on, the racers on. Keeper just went out in actual fact just to protect that ball and make sure that it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think South Africa want to try and make the passes shorter. At the moment, it's everything is a little bit too long.
We're seeing a lot of long balls here in the second half, when one would have definitely hoped and wanted a bit of the short passes. Players getting closer and closer, and Jalwa turning on the style. Mokhale playing the 1-2 with Khadebe. Khadebe decides she'll go route one and test the keeper. There's nothing wrong with that in these conditions.
Yeah, in the first half they tried to take a few shots from range, which didn't really help because of the wind. But I think in the second half they have every right to have a go from range, because the ball will be helped by the wind instead of being held up in the first half. You know, that poor decisions in the first half and shooting from range.
Just to remind you that South Africa ranked number 50 in the world, and Eswatini 182. Makomo. Islamini taking on way too many players, does well to keep the ball, and then the final pass, which was to thread it through for Selana. But here is Khadebe. She'll decide to play the ball back. Selana. Mokhale beats into the ball, still in the air. Aisha looks for her captain, finds it as Makomo pushing up. South Africa just leaving all but two players on the edge of the box, and that was another effort asking questions of the goalkeeper. But again, you'd want them rather to connect a few passes and bring it in a lot closer than using the high ball.
Yeah, no, of course. I think for Aisha as well, it will be better for me for us to see closer to the striker. You know, we needed to be closer to Selana, because at the moment she's right next to Talia, and Talia is doing the job that so they're kind of nullifying each other in that position at the moment.
I agree, Dave, because it's really just making that midfield a lot more busy when they could just open up a little bit more, and with Musa a lot more closer to Talia will give the Eswatini players a bit of a headache, because they will have to be dealing with almost 4 players in that attacking position.
Of course, we want to try and put the defenders more under pressure. You know, at the moment it's just playing in front of them the entire time, and the aim is to get in behind them, and the more players we have closer to our striker.
Here's the goalkeeper given the responsibility to take the free kick. What a goal! Wonderful effort from Williams, Jessica Williams, announcing her presence at this tournament in disbelief. It couldn't have been crisper. It couldn't have been more sweeter.
Beautiful goal, and like you said at the beginning of the match, Gloria, speaking about the versatility as a footballer, not only a goalkeeper. There she's proven it. Great strike from the goalkeeper, and a fantastic goal to make it 2-0. Argues very, very well for Banyana from here on in to wrap up this game and get the 3 points.
A changer for Banyana. In comes Tanya Hollis, another player deserving of JVW, who knows how to find the back of the net. I think a lot of people have got their hands on the head and not in belief of that strike that was sweetly taken by Jessica Williams. Tana Hollis, who normally when she comes off the bench is a player that comes in with a bag of goals. She will definitely be another threat in that defense. So South Africa leading comfortably by 2-0. 56 minutes. We needed that goal to settle the nerves, and maybe coach will ask for another one and say game, set and match. Tana Hollis, she came on for Samkelisiwe Selana. JVW player, full of running, full of tenacity. She chases down everything. Teammate of Mokhale. Musa takes a strike herself. Hollis, who in the HollywoodBets is in the top goal scorers, top 10 goal scorers.
It's always a nightmare for defenders to play up against a striker that's very tenacious, and no different with Hollis. Looking forward to seeing what she's capable of here. Of course, selection justified with the amount of goals she's scored in the HollywoodBets league.
Throw in for Eswatini. Musa releasing Mokhale. Mokhale goes out to wide, finding Dlamini, but slightly overcooked. Or could it be that we're seeing some tired legs? Dlamini not as pacey as she was in the first 45, but definitely running her socks off and being a threat throughout the match.
She's put herself about and she's really tried to create. She's been a live wire during the match up until now, and of course the legs will start going. But I think she's still capable of giving a good account of herself. You know, this is where we test our fitness as players, and I think it will be no different with her.
Coach having the luxury of being able to take any player on, and take any player off, and bringing any player on as and looks at Kutsopila in that defense. Another wasted ball for Eswatini, turning possession to the young South African side. Makamo, Khadebe, decent ball in the box, the bounce. Keeper, one thing about Keeper Dlamini, her reading of the game is very important, and also quite good. Positions herself. Talia. Play back to Talia. Look to thread the needle. Finds Khadebe on the left-hand side, out wide. But here's the chase and the pace. Showing some skill and showing too much of the ball is Mdlalwa.
Actually, well to keep the ball in play with the wind. Keeping the ball from going outside. I think she did well, and obviously to win the corner, you know, it's a good situation for South Africa to be in.
The one thing that I like is that the players are allowed to express themselves and show some skill, which gives them confidence. And one thing that Ward will do and believe is to work on the skill that the player already has, tries not to change too much of the creativity. And a number of coaches will tell you, I can teach defending. But creativity, you have the freedom. Ball in the box, header is needed. That just goes all the way over the line, and a goal kick it would be.
Yeah, I'd like to see that far post being exploited a little bit better. You know, we got to come from an angle of having someone in the far post coming from deep, from outside maybe the 6-yard box, and then attacking that ball. You know, because the wind will always take that ball to the far post.
Coming into the camp on Saturday, Banyana getting down to work, coached by Maud, assisted by Coach Anna Manati, former Banyana players who are really the stalwarts of the game and continue to be integral in women's football.
It is good tracking from Dlamini over there on the side, just to come back and help out her right back partner to clear out any danger that Eswatini is looking to create.
Mokhale. Makamo. Available is Dlamini. Mokhale continued to run. Available, Makamo finds Suri. That's Aisha Musa, who we'd like to push up a little bit more. And possession is turned over.
Again, we see Aisha dropping a bit too deep, and obviously playing the role of the 6 when she should be the 10. You know, and I just need to see. We need to see her closer to Hollis now at the moment. You know, she's too far from a striker, and that's the role of a number 10 is to be as close to
the attackers as possible. Yeah. This match fast reaching the 1 hour mark. So spoiled is the crowd. They're calling for another.
I've seen Aisha Musha play for UJ in the Varsity Cup though, and definitely she's a very quality player. And of course, when you come into a setup like the national team, you gotta adapt to the players that surround you, because you're not used to them, you know. And I can see that could be probably one of the reasons why she's not having a fantastic game today. But I think her future is really bright.
Absolutely, and as you rightfully point out, the responsibilities and the task at hand slightly different, and the coach giving a few more instructions as Makamo trying to look for the return ball from Dlamini. It's not coming off for her, but still the throw in to South Africa as the last touch coming off Kambule. Here's Hollis. Hollis looking for the support and does well to keep that ball in play. She too has got some wonderful footwork. Dlamini twisting and turning. Hollis asking for the ball much quicker on the edge of the box, and hacked away by Marks of Eswatini. Simile Titi Marks. Makamo. Pick 1-2. It's backwards. Trying to draw out Eswatini. The second ball being picked up here is Mokhale giving chase. Keeper off a line. She'll sleep on top of that. She's definitely going to be a crowd favorite, is Jessica Williams.
I think it's a rare occasion for Eswatini getting out of their half, and obviously having a strike and target from range. Again, I think Williams had it well covered, but South Africa just needs to be careful and maintaining shape, and the rest defense needs to be aware that at any given time the ball can break down.
"65 minutes, South Africa in the lead. Come out to support the team. That's the family of Tana Hollis that have come all the way from Johannesburg. They are really loving the moment and find themselves in Gqeberha.
It's fantastic to see players' families coming all the way from different cities into the mother city, and I hope they have a fantastic time here, you know, bar the win.
The one thing that is always associated with women's football, there's a family vibe, a family affair, and the support has always been big, as Simile Marks gives away, and her place is being taken by Nokuthula Ndlovu. You'll remember that Nokuthula Ndlovu was one of the players that got onto the score sheet, scoring in the 70th minute. She plays a football for Green Mambas, and coach just making sure that he tries and brings in a sharp shooter. See if they could diffuse the situation. Mokhale.
Yeah, I can understand why the coach brought in another striker. Of course, Eswatini is looking to get themselves back into the game. With South Africa dominating the ball as much as they are, I think any opportunity that they're trying to create.
Looking at that ball, Mokhale knew she had used the hand and didn't want Eswatini to play that ball quick. Made sure she stood on the ball, and frustrated Eswatini, who were looking to capitalize on a moment. And, the referee just making sure that everyone takes their position. Ball is in the air. Jessica should not be there, and her defense is there to tidy up. I think having to be extra cautious. That ball was definitely one hanging just on the big box. You'll expect the goalkeeper to be a bit more cautious.
Again, Mohala is going to the smaller details of the game and trying to delay the opposition from taking a quick free kick and catching the defense napping. But I think she did well there to try and delay the play, and she's very, very aware, which is a good sign for her as a player.
But Dane, we definitely need somebody now who's going to put their foot on the ball, knock it about. They've lost that. A player like Hollis needs to get the supply that is needed. They now just whipping in those long balls, whereas their strength lies within the tiki-taka. Their strength lies within the combination play. And here in the second half, definitely being a bit frustrated.
Yeah, I think obviously with the 2-0 lead, 2-0 is never a safe lead. So of course it's always going to be a bit of panic, because the next goal is the most important thing, and South Africa will be looking for it to be them, and Eswatini on the other hand will be looking for, to come back into this match, so the next goal is a very, very important goal.
Throw in for Eswatini on the far end of the pitch. Fagudze, ball over the top. Keeper is very quick off the line, collects that, sends another long ball looking for the pace of Mdlelwa. Mokhale does well to get back into that defense. As Jessica showing good composure, good control, and I'm sure the coach's heart is in her mouth when Jessica gets the ball, not knowing what is going to happen next. But she's playing with so much of confidence in that defense, and that just allows the defense a bit of calm.
Yeah, I think she's got the trust of her defenders. She's very, very calm on the ball, and that's very, very good. When you know your defenders can trust the goalkeeper by any back pass. She's very calm on the ball, and distribution has been fairly good. Just on that occasion, the win again, playing with the ball and making it go away.
Throw in for South Africa. Akamo obliges. South Africa getting into the opposition half. As we look at the group standings, it is South Africa that find themselves poised on the top of the group with 2 out of 2, 3 goals for, and that's giving them a 6 points. And Namibia, after 2 matches, find themselves in 2nd position with the goal difference of +6. And Eswatini and Seychelles will find themselves at the bottom of the group. Seychelles yet to get a point, and that ball quite deceiving. Goalkeeper flag went up for an offside. 70 minutes on the clock.
Let's look at the log again. Going back to the log. I think South Africa top of the log, and if they get this result, it should be a formality against Seychelles to get that 3 points, you know. So a crucial victory, this one, for both teams, and it looks like South Africa is going to come out on top today by the balance of play so far.
Flag was up in a flash, and there's a player down. Looks like Asanda Khadebe is a player that got a bit of a nibble on that right ankle. A right ankle. The player struggling with a bit of cramp just in front of the referee. Futi. So Futi Dlamini is the player that is on the receiving end. Jessica does well. Just choose some precious seconds. The clock going down in a heap. One thing that you will see from South Africa is the patient build-up that they have from the back going into the midfield, trying to connect those combinations. Yes, Khadebe yet again playing the 1-2 with Mdlalwa. Mdlalwa bringing in Mokhale and Aisha Musa. Musa looking for Hollis. Hollis has definitely not been given that much time. So Suri, the navigator, the general, she decides to go route 1. Hollis will give chase.
Was in the path of Hollis over there. She was ready to receive that ball. Always away. Very, very good touches since he's came on, of course. It'll be interesting to see how this last 20 minutes pans out for.
Futi is running into trouble. 2 players, you know, we get to see WWW wrestling, and it's not allowed in women's football. Or in football.
There's a female version in the WWE as well.
So they're watching a bit of that. So Tsegofatso Mutlogelwa is a player that is coming on. She's coming on for Gugu Dlamini, who we have looked at and definitely called her number to say she's run her socks off. Mutlogelwa, another live wire, who's played her football for TUT and is currently with 9 goals in the league.
A very good performance from Gugu Dlamini. I think job done for her. So we have a good account of ourselves on the wing. So of course, you know, the depth in the squad again, you know, comes to play. And yeah, giving her a rest, and obviously for the next game against Seychelles, which should be a formality, that will give the coach even much more options.
64% brought on Mutlogelwa, who scored in the 84th minute for South Africa to give them their first win. She's been brought off the bench. She's got about 15 minutes to do her thing, as the coach will say, go do your thing. Here's Hollis, ball into the path, and is looking to find Mutlogelwa. The disruptor. Ball in the air. Kutso. Asanda Khadebe. Playing the good return pass. Yes, Khadebe continue to run and show too much of the ball as it ran away from her. Hollis had made her way into the box and was hoping to be on the receiving end of a quality cross. She does possess a good left foot as Asanda Khadebe, but in that moment, Sikordze did well to just shepherd Khadebe into touch and doesn't allow an opportunity for a cross. The referee says it's a goal kick. He's a player that seems to be a bit uncomfortable of Eswatini. Looks like Sikordze.
Yeah, the confidence is growing on the left-hand side for Asanda Debe and Ndelwa. I think the combination between the two, they're looking to combine very, very well. And of course, as the game progresses, you'll see them more and more coming around the left-hand side and trying to create opportunities for Hollis and the likes.
And this is that moment, Khadebe going into it, which has got Sikodze, the spotter bother. Eswatini players just trying to get into some sort of huddle, looking for some water to hydrate. At the same time, we've got Mdlalwa, that is Nobahle Mdlalwa, the goal scorer, one of the goal scorers, receiving treatment just outside the pitch.
See Mdlalwa coming off as the next change. You know, as a winger myself, you know, the work rate the wingers put in a lot of time. You know, it's a lot of work. So of course, the coach will be looking to put in some fresh legs.
It is time to manage the players very well to make sure that your players get a run. And when you look at the South African side, you're almost looking at everyone who's had a chance. And normally in a competition, the player that doesn't get a run is the second and the third goalkeeper, because that is an area you never want to tamper with. But other than that, you find everybody with minutes under their names.
I'm watching you. Number 9, I'm watching you. Where is my son?
Ball in the air. Header missed. Does Aisha keep it in play? Smith doesn't keep it in play, and ball goes out for a goal kick. Eswatini still struggling to get into gear 2, playing with their backs against the wind. Khadebe trying to get in between the two players. There's Musa. Referee stopping play.
I think Ndelwa has really ran a race. Probably looking at her number coming up now.
But under normal circumstances, Dave, I know the referee to stop the game normally for a head injury, or unless there's a serious injury taking place. But, here we get to see the changes being made. Keisha Hendricks comes in for Mdlalwa.
I think in the balance of that play, I don't think there was any advantage for any of the teams, which obviously made the referee to stop the game, because at that point in time of the match there was no advantage. No one was going forward. There's more midfield battle, which allowed the referee obviously to come back at her discretion. Captain
being substituted, and that is to bring in Spongile Ntwane. Talia Lawrence Smith has ran her socks off. So the changes coming in thick and fast. Promise Masiza coming in for Fagudze. Chad just giving a shout out there to Dane Clate for a sterling job that he's doing on the analysis alongside me. That's what you call a family affair. This is his first match behind the mic, and what a way to announce yourself into this particular space. And we've got to give a big up to the administrators of the COSAFA tournament, who definitely bring that flair of bringing in the homegrown players, the homegrown analysts, and in this particular instance is Dane Clate, who came off the bench, warmed up, and decided put his hand up, and the coach says, you're in the starting lineup this morning.
Always got to be ready for that late fall-up.
There we go. So Jessica Williams been asked yet again to go for another one, and the keeper, whose hands are buzzing right now after a great shot being taken by Jessica Williams from such distance. This is something that they've rehearsed, because the goalkeeper's really been given that opportunity, not as a fluke. She gets it on target, and a little mistake. One thing that you're seeing about that ball is as it takes off, it also dips at the right time.
She's using the wind very, very well. She's trying to look to get the ball on target as much as possible, and I think the wind does the rest, but very, very good save from the keeper over there.
She's got to be alert. 80 minutes on the clock. South Africa take it short. Motlogelwa will whip another ball in. They've got the numbers in the box, but too many of the white jerseys to navigate.
You see on the far side, Kesha Hendricks coming in. She's the player we spoke about from University of Fort Hare. It's good to see here, very, very diverse.
Another shot. South Africa looking to poke holes into that defense yet again. Keisha has come in, Tana Hollis has come in, Dwane has come in. Jawa's given away, Zamini's given away, the striker, Salana's given away, Schmidt, the captain, has given away. Again, you're getting some players getting some 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Foul on the far side. I think Kesha a little bit eager to win back position, but yeah, good effort and good intensity, coming on and trying to initiate the high press.
Eswatini will again be in trouble, just guilty of giving away possession. Here's Mogale trying to find Motlogelwa trying to play the ball back, and loses a footing at a vital moment. It's a back heel and a teasing one. South Africa. Here's Khadebe. She decides she'll go route one.
Khadebe will look at the tight shot over there at this stage of the game. She just trying to look for a teammate to find a teammate, so it's a very, very tight shot out there. Just decision making there.
South Africa definitely in with the chance to win this tournament this time around. The group stages of 2023 was enough to dampen the spirits of many South Africans who believed that they could have done better and should have done better. But that is something that is done and dusted and put away. Team prepared a lot better this time around. They've got the big guns on the touchline. It's Khadebe as well, who's bringing in her contribution, playing the 1-2 with Hollis. Motlogelwa on the edge of the box. Here's Musa. She gets a shot. Keeper says, I had that covered.
A good effort from Musa, a snapshot from the edge of the area. She would have liked to hit the target there, but that's her game. That's where she should be operating from, a little bit more advanced. And it's good to see she's getting closer to the box.
The keeper there. One would say, did she get a touch or didn't she get a touch? But it's a high fives all round as Musa given so much time to take that shot. You'd expect that the defenders will be on her with the flash, especially from not wanting to concede another goal. It's been a bit scrappy here for Eswatini. You really struggled to get to understand and see their game plan. They almost came into this match with a defensive mentality.
Yeah, South Africa complete domination and playing the ball in their half for most of the time, which argues very, very well South Africa in trying to get this result. And after the second goal, it became a little bit more comfortable, and you can see the confidence. And it's just a matter of time now for 7-8 minutes plus stoppage time to go.
Throw in, South Africa. Hollis does want to keep that ball in play. They need the numbers in the box, and that was a bit teasing, trying to get it in a tight angle.
Not a bad effort, good effort over there from Tisha Hendricks. I think obviously with the gains to win the game, it becomes very, very difficult, but very, very good effort indeed.
Spotting the keeper off a line and leaving the space. There's Smongi Lentwane. Good backtracking there. Hadebe for South Africa. Off the line, Mutluchel looking for Hollis. Ball in the air. Hollis take a strike, and she'll be very frustrated, realizing that she was in an offside position, and the referee just throwing a bit of caution and saying to Hollis, play according to the whistle, offside. But that would have been very, very close. Well, immediately from that point, you had a player on the far side there playing her on, and I don't think that was in an offside position. Here's Mtluchelwa trying to find Antoine again, just disrupting play. Captain Ambule on the ball and talking to the referee and looking for the protection coming from the side. Antoine just guilty of that challenge and just using her strength. 12 fouls for South Africa, 7 for Eswatini, 19 in total. This is a long ball that will be defended. Keisha's come on. Hollis will keep chase. The race is on. Hollis is one of those players that can go it alone. Will pick her head up, look for the goalkeeper, eliminate. Where's the support play? Coming in the form of Makamo. Here's South Africa. Ngwagale! That is more like it. I have the approval of my co-commentator. He nods. He says, I like that. They should do that more often. Rotate the ball and maybe play it back, but perhaps a cross cutter, forcing the keeper to sprawl that ball.
Great goal by Musa. What a good strike. Poor defensive error, but fantastic goal.
Apologies, as we were still showing you the slow-mo, Aisha Musa decided to make it 3-0, and that just puts the game beyond Eswatini. That just puts the game to bed, and with 5 minutes to go, we'll try and get to show you that goal. Yet again, Musa let rip from the edge of the box and stretching the keeper furthest away, and that is exactly what I was still talking about, to say if they can shoot them hard and low, try and get the keeper to do some work. Yes, Hollis looking to play the return pass. Musa getting onto the score sheet, deservingly so.
Very well taken goal, but a very, very bad error from the Eswatini defense, you know, falling asleep and not getting their lines cleared.
Another bounce in the box. Here's Hollis. That ball looking for Mtluchelwa. She is quite a nimble player. Rotated, looking for Hadebe. Hadebe plays it with Mokhale. Mokhale hesitates. The ball ultimately intercepted as South Africa forced backwards all the way to Jessica Williams. That will be, you know, when you're looking at the goal scorers and you look at the goalkeeper with a goal, it's very unusual. Very, very unusual.
Very unlikely, but like you explained at the beginning of the match, the versatility of Williams, you know, and it can't be denied.
Here's the group standings, as South Africa will have a 100% record with 6 points after 2 matches. And Namibia with a dent. 1 loss, which was a 1-0 loss against South Africa. They have 3 points. They won their match earlier. Eswatini, who also have 3 points. The race for second position will hotten up a little bit later, because South Africa's last match is up against the Seychelles. Could they break their own record of 17-0, which was against the Comores? That is a possibility.
I think it's going to be from Africa. against Seychelles, having seen Seychelles lose both their games by big scores. So yeah, of course, I think it will also give the coach a lot of time to give more players opportunity to play some more game time for the entire team, you know, which argues well, and obviously rest a few players for the next round.
The celebrations, the appreciations, a Sponge showing good team spirit and good fight. All around the park, the fans have started singing and really appreciating the football that has been on display. A mistake in that defense. Eswatini trying a bit of skill of their own. Williams called to action. She does well as a keeper sweeper. Williams, if played again, playing the 1-2. Khadebe is available. So is Mtughelwa, but it is Smongile Ntwana who took an eye off the ball, waiting to see how much of additional time, and the board goes up, and that is the 3 minutes. 3 minutes of referees' optional time. Another opportunity for Eswatini to take a strike. That is the first strike that they've got, if I'm not mistaken, in the second half.
Probably close to the box, the first one, the earlier one where they tried to catch Williams off a line, obviously, but a little bit too late for that now. South Africa really dominated and showed a lot of intent and complete control throughout the 90 minutes.
Makamo and a free kick. This is an opportunity for Jessica Williams to organize her wall. Probably 3 just to narrow that angle, and that's the reason, as Musa puts her foot in. Had nothing to do with Makamo. Makamo was just recovering that ball. So Jessica Williams has got all the time in the world to organize the defense. She's been given the captain's armband, and what a boost that is for her confidence. Referee just using the spray and making sure that the wall is 10 yards. Eswatini have got to be careful of the counter-attack. Should they not get this on target, the quick response of Jessica Williams, if she gets hold of this ball, will just set the cats amongst the pigeons. She's very quick with the release of the ball. She's very observant of what is happening in and around her area, but more importantly, she'll be looking for Hollis. Ball in the air, and there's no concerns there for Jessica. But again, as a captain, you just need to calm things down. With 3 goals to the good, and you are in referee's optional time, you'd want to simplify. This is what one is here for. You want to see the singing. They are in jubilation and celebrating the success, and you're getting the early departures. One thing I can assure you, should there be a goal, they'll all come back and sit down. Here's Hollis giving chase. Keeper comes up and smothers that ball. 2 minutes of the 3 minutes have already been played. South Africa goals scored by Nobashe Mjelwa. That was the first goal. The second goal was a free kick by Jessica Williams, and the third goal by Aisha Musa in the 87th minute. Makamo, she does that so well, is Makamo. Looking for Keisha. Keisha in the box. Keisha stays on her feet, recycles the ball and tried to bring it back. A good idea, realizing that she's running out of room, and a smile or two being shared between the players, Sikodze and Zuva, as well as their goalkeeper. But you can see Keisha just picking her head up. She knew exactly what she wanted to do by dragging that ball. She had about 3 players that were ready to snap onto that.
Yeah, again, good numbers in the box, and Keisha making the run on the outside. Of course, the likes of the rest of the attackers knowing the speed that Keisha possesses and just getting themselves about. Unfortunate, but very, very well done. Good attempt, good save by the keeper in the end.
Well, the referee, who was in charge of this match, Antiso, brings an end to a very businesslike Banyana side. that made sure they did the job and got the goals that were needed. And brilliant performance. Players coming in made sure that the job was done with ease, considering the fact that only 4 players remained from match day 1, and in match day 2 for Banyana, they smother Eswatini by 3 goals to 0. Jessica Williams, fantastic work and effort by the goalkeeper. Keisha coming on, also trying to make a difference, and very happy are those who have witnessed the goalkeeper who gets the, I think, player of the match, and deservingly so. Aisha as well, good performances out there, getting into a huddle. Sanda contributed immensely on the left-hand side, and Makomo was also another one of those players. So South Africa end this match winning by 3 goals to 0. We'll have a look at the report card, and it tells the story of the South African dominance, especially in the attacking game and in the attacking third. 18 goal attempts, 8 of those on target, with 6 corners. So you're looking at the number of entries in the box, and goalkeeper Dlamini was given a torrid time. We'll go down to the touchline, and that is with Ms. Banda, who will give us our player of the match and take us through the rest of the proceedings.
Well, just like that, it's a victory for South Africa, the favorites within this group, and surely they did not disappoint. Right now, we have Estelle Williams, who is from Aquile. She's the marketing manager, to hand over the Player of the Match award. And without a doubt, it goes to the goalkeeper of South Africa. Her name is Jessica Williams, currently playing for Badgers out within the Sasol League. Jess, congratulations. How are you feeling about your performance?
Thank you so much. I'm excited, a bit overwhelmed. This is the first time back in the setup after years, I think. But yeah, thanks to the coaches for believing me, and the Almighty for gifting me the craft.
You talk about the coaches believing in you. Surely your team believes in you as well. Let's talk about that goal that you scored.
I just looked at the coach and she said I should take it. I mean, in my club, I scored a goal like that, so I could see why. But yeah, I think it's just technique and trust in my ability, I guess.
How much pressure is there for the team thus far within this competition, knowing that last year we exited from the group stage?
There's a lot of pressure, but especially because we've only been together for 2 days prior to the tournament starting. So now our players are still trying to gel, you know. Other than that, we just trust each other. It's the only thing that's going to help us.
And also, I just want to know from you, Jess, obviously it's you being back within the national team setup. How does it feel? And also, what are your goals for yourself?
Feels good. I'm not going to lie, it's a good feeling. Goals for myself, hopefully remain in the national team. If not, get another team in SA, then maybe something abroad, God willing.
Well, Jess, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Coach, unlike your result, your thoughts on the game, please.
Okay, like isishito ukuthi approach yethu ihambisana nalokho leba strong ngoba South Africa. Kusisebenzele first half. Unfortunately sathatha ingubo salala. We committed liphutha leli belulu, and then we ended up conceding. Then coming to second half, okay, the problem gobe ngimoya kaphatha kangako ukuthi ngawubala again, just 2 mistakes again. Good, like maybe ba breakile was South Africa, ba scorisha, just those loose balls like angaka attending ngendlela efanele.
Coach, what was the conversation at halftime, knowing that you went in trailing?
Kukhulumisana nebadlali dressing room halftime. One kokuqala kube ukuthi asibelieve kithi it's doable. Because everyone was like, we're not sure ukuthi kutophuma kutoba kanjani, like with regards to lokudlala the score going into halftime. But then 1-0 halftime, we still had little themba ukuthi we may come back. Unfortunately, I consider our maphutsa last league ukuthi sigcine sitrailer even kakhudlanyana.
Soaking in the pressure, you think that was also a challenge, coach?
Not much, yes, but not much. It was doable. It was doable, except for the 2 mistakes that we considered.
Well, coach, then how does this set you up going into the last group game?
It's a mountain to climb now because already South Africa is 6 points and they are going to Seychelles. So, but finishing in a respectable position is the only mandate that we have, which is second if maybe we play well against Namibia.
Well, coach, I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
That is Coach Bongani from Eswatini saying that now it's a mountain to climb because South Africa currently sitting at the top, and also alluding to the fact that Seychelles becomes their next opponent. Coach Mod Kumalo, congratulations. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I felt like the first half we started very, very scrappy, but we did understand that we've changed a lot of players in this game just to give everyone a run, and also they must feel the competition. So that's why we managed to change in the second half, and then also we wanted everyone to play, but also we're wary of us not conceding, but at the same time we need to score the goals, yeah. So that's basically that in the first half. And second half, we just gave them the mandate to say, you guys need to play together, pass the ball to one another, and the wind, let's keep the ball on the ground, and then make sure that we do those combination passes, and then we do more of the box entries. Hence, we managed to score such goals, yeah.
Let's talk about the confidence within your attacking force, because we saw a lot of opportunities within the first half.
Most definitely, you need to encourage that in the players because we know their strength is. So you need to direct them to where we want them to go, because at the end of the day, yes, the crowd is there, but what's the use of us not scoring goals and the crowd is busy applauding us? So it's something that we are fixing, but we don't take away the confidence from the players. We make sure that we say to them, do it more, but do it in the certain zones so that when we lose the ball, it's easier for us to win it and then to attack again, yeah.
Confidence within the players, what we saw from Jessica, she says that you said she must go.
Yes, I said to her she must go because during the training session she could hit those balls, and the technique and the power, and also the advantage of the wing. You know, so I said to her, she was reluctant, and I said, no, let's go there. And we spoke about it with Coach Anna. I said, Coach, if it's a set piece, we tell Jessica to hit it. Hence, we managed to get that goal.
How we take the set pieces, are you satisfied with how they're being executed? Because we did see a couple today.
Yeah, we're still working on it because remember, this is a group that is new and we didn't have much time to train with them, to show them certain things. But when we have our video analysis, we show them what they need to be creative and they need to stay calm at all costs because we don't want to give away possession. So it's something that we show them, if we have enough numbers around the ball, let's make movement so that we make the defenders to turn their body to their goals. So it's something that we are teaching them and also talking about it in our video analysis, yeah.
You spoke prior to the first game that you played. You said that most of the players were nervous because it's their first time even wearing a Banyana jersey. Today, possibly for most of them, it was the first time playing in a packed stadium.
Most definitely, yeah, most definitely. I understood that some of them, they will be overwhelmed with the crowd but forgetting the mandate. So we always try to direct them and to guide them to say, yes, as much as the crowd, they're loving the show, boating, things like that, be creative in order for us to get a goal. So that's why we need to emphasize that because that's who we are. But at the end of the day, we need to be disciplined in those things when we do them, yeah.
And finally, Coach, going into your next game, you've got a depth now. You've got an opportunity to see both.
Yes, most definitely. But now going to the next game, we look at the players that they didn't get them game time today. They're going to share that game, but also as well, we want to keep it clean and also getting goals. But for me, going forward, I think most of the players they've played, the nerves are down and they know that we're going to play with Seychelles and then they know what type of the game that we want to play against them.
Well, Coach Mott, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, just like that, that's how it ends right here at the Isaac Wolfson Stadium. It was the continuation of the COSAFA Women's Championship. Tomorrow, we have more games that are in store for you. We have Botswana and Mauritius, and we also have Malawi and Madagascar. Bagaitso, that's how we end this day. Lina Lakakiti Meleng, Khosikhadia Khabanda from myself and the rest of the team. Let's meet you again tomorrow. If you missed all of the action, don't worry, because we've got it all packaged for you right now.
A fight. They want to go into the break with the 0-0 scoreline. Here's a chance for South Africa to draw first blood. No pass.
I think the balance of play over the 40 minutes, South Africa has really dominated, and you know that's just reward for their dominance of the ball.
Well, that is a moment of brilliance for the South African side, getting that first goal.
Striker.
Here's the goalkeeper given the responsibility to take the free kick. What a goal!
For Banyana from here on in to wrap up this game and get the 3 points.
A changer for Banyana. In comes Tane Hollis, another player deserving of JVW, who knows how to find the back of the net. I think a lot of people have got their hands on the head and not in belief of that strike that was sweetly. Ball, the second ball being picked up here is Mokhale giving chase. Keeper off a line.
I think it's a rare occasion for Eswatini getting out of their half and obviously having a strike and target from range.
So Jessica Williams been asked yet again to go for another one, and the keeper, whose hands are buzzing right now after a great shot being taken by Jessica Williams from such distance. This is something that they've rehearsed, because the goalkeeper's really been given that opportunity, not as a fluke. She gets it on target, and a little mistake. One thing that you're seeing about that ball is as it takes off, it also dips at the right time.
She's using the wind very.
Team prepared a lot better this time around. They've got the big guns on the touchline. It's Khadebe as well, who's bringing in her contribution, playing the 1-2 with Hollis. Mtlogelwa on the edge of the box. Here's Musa. She gets a shot. Keeper says, I had that covered.
A good effort from Musa, snapshot from the edge of the area. She would have liked to hit the target there, but that's her game, you know, that's where she should be operating from, a little bit more advanced, and it's good to see she's getting closer to the box.
The keeper there, one would say, did she get a touch or didn't she get a touch? Throw in, South Africa. Hollis does want to keep that ball in play. They need the numbers in the box, and that was a bit teasing, trying to get it in a tight angle.
Yeah, not a bad effort, good effort over there from Keisha Hendricks. I think obviously with against the wind again it becomes very, very difficult, but very, very good effort indeed.
Spotting the keeper off a line and leaving the space. Here's South Africa. Perhaps a grass cutter, forcing the keeper to sprawl that ball.
Nice ball by Musa. What a good strike. Poor defensive error, but fantastic goal.
Apologies, as we were still showing you the slow-mo, Aisha Musa decided to make it 3-0, and that just puts the game beyond Eswatini. That just puts the game to bed, and with 5 minutes to go, we'll try and get to show you that goal. Yet again, Musa led rip from the edge of the box and stretching the keeper furthest away, and that is exactly what I was still talking about, to say if they ball